Let me try this again. Good day. How are you today? Thank you for stopping by. This is Simple Healing 333, where we are spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically learning everyday healing. Healing is a process. You know, it never stops. We will continue to do this until we transition over into the next life. And we still may have to do some healing, right? We still gonna be learning because we can't possibly know everything, right? My name is Riley. Thank you to those of you who frequently do view my videos, and I thank you to the new people. So, let me talk to y'all for a minute about life being under construction. My life been under construction, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Your life may have been under construction. And you know, if you've ever been in areas where they're doing construction, especially on the highway, right? You just see stuff everywhere. Tractors and dirt and big old piles of cement or trees torn down. I mean, it's just chaotic. It's a mess. And so they've been doing construction in my area for some time now, and it just looking worse and worse. So your life may have been a bit chaotic, not continuously, you know, but you know, there's moments where it seems a little chaotic. There's moments where you may just kind of feel all over the place, right? There may be even moments of frustration or moments of doubt, or just like, you know, when is this going to end type of thing. So the other day when I was driving, you know, we tend to take the same way. You know, when you're going back and forth to work, you take the same road, right? You may leave at the same time because you know it's going to take you 20 minutes to get to where you're going. So you leave at the same time and everything, right? So you got this little routine, right? You kind of in autopilot, right? Which is not always good when you're in autopilot, because it doesn't really allow for you to be present in the moment, or to be open to seizing opportunities, or, you know, just to experience something different. So the other day when I was driving, they decided to close the other lane, and it ended up being only one lane open for like a half a mile or a mile. I mean, that's fine, you know, on a day when the traffic not so bad, but you talking about when everybody out moving around trying to get to where they going. And y'all sign said that the various lanes would be closed from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yet here we are, it's in the middle of the day, and it's only one lane open. So here I am, sitting in traffic, looking at the time because I got to get to work, and we moving at a snail's pace, if that. Okay, so I'm like, I got to get off this road. I'm going to have to take the other way that I normally go, right? Now, the detour that I normally take, turns out they got that road closed too, and they breaking up the cement there. So my detour had a detour, and I end up having to go back around the same way that I came, just to sit in some more traffic to get to the light, because there's a lot of people did the same thing I did, just to find out that that road was closed. And now here we all are trying to go back around. Sorry, y'all. Them black ants, I guess they smell my food or whatever. But anyway, so there are going to be times where you have to take a detour. And usually these detours, you know, I'm speaking of driving, but I'm just speaking in life in general. Usually the detours that we take, we initially are going to take the familiar way. We're going to do something that is familiar to us, right? And sometimes God is trying to get us away from the familiar. So there's detours created, in a sense, in order to force you, in order to push you to take a different direction. Sometimes you got to make a U-turn in life. You probably headed in one direction and you realize, okay, this ain't it, this not what it is. And you have to turn back around, bust that U-turn, go back the other way, and kind of go back to your starting point and reassess the situation and see which is going to be the best direction. Sometimes you got to go through a process of elimination, or just prioritizing. Okay, if I take this way, it's going to affect this, and this. If I take this way, it's going to take this, and this, right? So I did the detour, and I finally got through, and I actually was finna take another street that I was familiar with after my detour had a detour. Guess what? That street closed down. Now I'm not even on the highway. No, I'm not even on the highway no more. I'm just, I figured, let me go on and cut through here. Construction. I'm like, what is going on? That was my question. I said, what is going on? They got to do construction everywhere. It's like every street I'm turning on, they got some construction going on. They got a truck. They got a road closed sign. I'm like, okay. I made it to work 30 minutes late, but it was cool. The clients were understanding and they were patient, right? And the next day, I'm like, okay, surely it's 9 o'clock in the morning. They not gonna have just one lane open this early in the morning, because it's a lot of people that's trying to get to work. Surely they won't have one lane open. I'll be doing it. They only had one lane open. So again, this time I got off in time where I didn't have to sit for a little bit, right? And I went back around. And I kind of took the same way, but as I was taking it, like that last street that I took where the construction was, I didn't turn that way. I took another way. And eventually it came to a clearing. I'm like, what is going on? So then it clicked in my mind, okay, maybe I just need to find me a new way to work altogether. Not just because of the construction going on, but because it's just time for me to do something different. So when you face, detours in your life, and you feel like there's like setbacks, or you have to keep coming around to this same thing, consider that divine spirit is trying to get you to just take a different approach, to take a different direction, a different path, and get out of your comfort zone or your familiar places, right? So each street that I picked that was under construction that I would have normally went are places that are familiar to me, and are actually places that, either I hung around or knew somebody in the area some years ago. And I felt like with all that going on, I'm like, okay, I just need to find a new route to work altogether, see some different scenery, and kind of open up the horizon so I can experience new things, right? You may be experiencing that too. Maybe God is trying to kind of nudge you out of your comfort zone, out of that place of familiarity, by placing detours, throughout your path. You find yourself having to make U-turns, take this way, and it just seemed chaotic. It's like, dang, can I just, go this way the way I normally go? But no. And who knows? You may be missing something great, taking the same way all the time, taking the same path, playing it safe all the time. So that's what I got. I'm like, okay, so now I just have to find me a whole new way to work, which is also a part of the process of me just taking a different direction, in life as it relates to how I interact with people, how I communicate, how I deal with confrontation. If you pay attention to your surroundings, right, and things that are happening, you'll notice how God is directing you, directing your path and trying to get you to excuse me, trying to get you to come out of that place of familiarity, right? So if your life is under construction, just know that it will soon come to an end. And during those times of frustration, make sure that you are grounding yourself, taking some time out to focus on the end game, focus on the finish of it, that finish line. Don't allow what's happening, when it's chaotic and it gets frustrated. Don't allow that to stop you. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, keep pushing. Don't lose faith, right? Believe in yourself. Believe when you feel like you're being nudged to go in a certain direction. Believe that it is so. There's a lot of people whose life is under construction, and the only way that you can really, really, truly be on the right path and know which way to go is to be present in the moment, to be open to listen, to be open to new experiences and opportunities, and not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, not be afraid to get away from what is familiar. I hope this helps you. You guys have a wonderful, awesome day, and I will see you when I see you.